maybe your favorite preacher fell into some type of sin. It's been on my mind, man, for a while, and I just wanted to address it. You know, people, look up to spiritual leaders all over the world. I'm not going to name any names. It's not hard to find this pastor falling into this sin, that pastor, that leader falling into this sin. But it did something different to me this month as I was thinking about it, because I'm a type of person that doesn't want to see this. I don't pray this. I don't want this. But I really feel like this year has been different, to see your favorite household name preacher resigning from the ministry and all these different things. And I'm almost like, it reminds me of how an atheist will no longer believe in Jesus because of church hypocrisy, or how your child might not believe in Jesus because of some of the things you put them through, and now you're trying to convince them to follow God, but they've seen how you live, type thing. I'm just being real. I mean, it's what people go through out here. And I begin to feel a little bit hopeless, like, are we ever going to have a human leader, that will do it right? And I get it. I know there's a lot that do it right. But I think of some of the top echelon men of God, like Elijah. He never had a scandal, but he pretty much wanted to give up on the ministry. He couldn't do it. You got Moses. The Bible literally says that God said about Moses, he's faithful in all my house. And even Moses, couldn't make it into the promised land. What I'm trying to say is that his storyline is not perfect. But it brings me back to Jesus. Jesus is the king, okay? Jesus never failed. Jesus never fails, right? But there's another thing that happens to me in this whole conversation about leaders that fall, because one of my favorite leaders fell back around 2015, right? And I was so judgmental, Half the time I would get dreams of these leaders and be so judgmental about that situation. But I looked and I said, the T that I'm holding them up to, this standard that I'm holding them up to, I'm not even living that standard myself. And sometimes, even though these people, they fall short and they lead many astray and many people turn away from the faith, you got to be honest with yourself. Because sometimes we look at these preachers and we say everything they should be doing, but are you doing it? It's people, they say, well, the church doesn't have power today. And this, do you have power? They say, well, these pastors are sleeping out. Do you sleep around? Are you effective? And I think that that's the solution. The solution is not to look at them and keep trying to make them the Messiah, even though they should be held accountable for what they do, and they will be held accountable. The thing is, what can Denzel do today? Prophet is prophet, because my community, we're full of prophets and seers and stuff. What are you doing to make a difference? Because I looked at my favorite leader, and I saw how fallen he had got. But then I looked at myself, and I saw how scared I was in corporate America. In corporate America, like, money speaks to you. Promises are kept. You get that 401k package. You get these benefits. And you're just trying to make a living for yourself. So you dumb down your faith. You don't be explicit with your faith. And that's what was happening to me. But all the time in this season of me looking at these leaders that I feel like let me down, I feel like I was letting the Lord down in my own life. So I know this ain't no popular thing. I'm not trying to, ruffle your feathers or whatnot or make anyone upset. I do understand church abuse is disgusting. I hate it. But after we grieve, After we look at the situation and look at the aftermath of the repercussions and we restore these people, you got to remember now it's you. Now it's on you. Your kids are going to look at you. I think about this all the time. My kids watch me live every day. My wife watched me live every day. One day they're going to give an example. They're going to speak about how daddy lived his life. How did daddy raise me? And some of us, like, I understand you should call out sin for what it is. I get that. But you got to look in the mirror yourself, okay? Quick word, nothing big, nothing deep. Look, I got a lot of prophetic content. You can go check out my channel at Moon Studio. But God bless y'all. Just wanted to share those thoughts.